Do you think Louis let you down, and who would have been a better mentor?
I don't think Louis let me down at all. I think he did his best. I think Simon would have, if I was with Simon, he would have, you know, pulled on all his resources. Danny, Cheryl, they're all quite different, so I couldn't really pick one or the other.
What do you mean his resources?
I just mean like in the sense of they have different teams. This year is different teams producing all the acts, whereas in the past it's been one producer for all the contestants. So that's the new dynamic. You know, people like Cher in the show. You know, she's going to need, you know, a producer of today who's going to understand the music that's out there in the world and things like that. And if I had that opportunity to have her producer or Danny's producer or Simon's producer, you know, it would have sounded different. As I said, I think I could have been a threat to a point, you know, in the sense of if I had got stronger through the weeks and been there longer, you know, if I had got a chance to really get those dances, those big stage productions, not the two that was on stage with me on Saturday, but you know, get a big show going on. You know, I could have been a stronger contender in that respect. If
you were put in a room with Louis and there was no windows, would you mess him up?
Who's that from?
That is from Matt Cardle's hat.
Matt
I don't think it's Matt Cardle himself.
If I was in a room with Louis, I'd get him drunk so he could relax. Seriously, you know, he gets really nervous about these shows, you know, and people going home, you know, and he really is an honest guy, to be honest with you. He says it how it is, and he has his own opinions on things. No, I wouldn't rough him up at all.
What do you really think really is in caps? Because he was done wrong with song choices, tell him I sent you, and that's from Go With The Flow. The
only thing that I think I didn't get a chance to do was sing up tempo, you know, it's new ballads, and Louis loves his ballads, so.
Did you sense any tension between the judges? I mean, real tension, and there's always the bravado on the show.
Well, most of the tension I felt was always on the stage. I mean, when they came off, they were very civilised, and behind closed doors, I don't know what goes on. But on that stage, when I'm standing there and I finish the song and I'm watching these guys go at each other, and I'm like, wait a minute, guys, what about me? You know, it's like, I mean, Simon's comments at the end of each week were like 1 second saying, you sung nicely, always said, you sung nicely, and then had a conversation about something completely random.
You think Simon is doing it for the cameras, then he's playing up to the cameras?
I think Simon wants to win, to be quite honest with you, and I think he'll do what he can to make sure Louis doesn't.
I've got to ask you about Wagner. How do you feel about the fact that he's in and you're not?
A bit of kick in the teeth a little bit. You know, somebody who's not exactly the best singer or performer, you know, out of the whole bunch is in it.
This comes from Buzzing Talk. Can you give me names of the contestants for each of these categories? So, the kindest.
Rebecca.
Okay. Cruelest.
Storm.
Why?
No, Wagner.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Is he cruel?
He's cruel in a very weird way. The cruelness comes when he throws so much at you and he doesn't have a regard for your personal space, your mental stability, how you're feeling. He will just come and for me that's a bit cruel. You're not really in tune with people's feelings. And that's not right.
Bit heavy-handed.
Yeah.
The messiest?
One Direction.
Tidiest?
Tracy Cohen.
Smelliest?
Wow. One Direction.
Really? What do they smell
of? Teenage boys.
Who? Who smells the nicest?
Who smells the nicest? Going around the houses. Oh wow, Bellamy.
Cool. Who's got the biggest ego?
Biggest ego would be either Harry or Wagner. Two different complete reasons, because everyone loves Harry, do you know what I mean? And it's going to keep growing, it's going to swell his head at some point, you know, and he's a great character. Wagner is just a big character, everything's just ego. It's him and no one else, basically.
And finally, who's the flirtiest contestant?
Wow, I'm not saying, I'm not
Please.
allowed. No, they all flirt. But I'd say the flirtiest would be, wait a minute, there's too many.
Really?
Seriously,
there must be one that sticks out in your mind more than the others.
I'm trying to recall one moment. One of the Bellamy girls.
Which one?
Not giving it away, no way.
What colour's her hair?
It's darker than you think.
Oh. Why do you know that? Was there any romances that went on?
Not allowed to say.
With you?
Not with me.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I stayed well away from
Why aren't you
romance.
allowed to say?
Huh?
Please tell
That's
us.
their business. You ask them when they come out if they had any.
So they're
funny
still in there
romances.
then?
They're still in there. So
Okay.
if you want to find out, go
Katie?
digging.
Was it Katie?
I'm not saying. Katie's a lovely lady, but you know, I'll leave her to it. You know,
Okay.
whatever you think about Katie, you should ask her. You know what you want to know.
Okay.
I can't dish the dirt on anyone else, and I made a solemn vow that I won't talk about anybody.
All right, speak to us after then, yeah?
Read my biography.